Hi guys, so good afternoon, welcome back to my magical world. It's me, Frostbite. So ayan, medyo we're on a little bit rush. It's 3:14 in the afternoon and today is December 6, 2023. And right on time tayo kasi wala lang, sinusundo na ako ng UFO. Again guys, we're reading the book Flow. We're on to page 206 and 207. So we continue na kasi this is a bit long. So yan. So each item takes on a new level. I study world marks on the tubing, a dot of radiolite paint on the altimeter's face, the battery of fuel valves. All such things which I never considered much before are now obvious and important. I may be flying a complicated airplane rushing through space, but in this cabin I'm surrounded by simplicity and thoughts set free of time. So a former colleague of mine, G, used to tell a gruesome story from his Air Force years that illustrates how dangerous excessive concern with safety can be when it demands so much attention that it makes us oblivious to the rest of reality. During the Korean War, G's unit was involved in routine parachute training. One day, as the group was preparing for a drop, it was discovered that there were not enough regular parachutes to go around, and one of the right-handed men was forced to take a left-handed chute. It is the same as the others, the ordnance sergeant assured him, but the ripcord hangs on the left side of the harness. You can release the chute with either hand, but it is easier to do it with the left. Okay, so breathe in guys kasi alam mo naman guys, like hindi naman lahat ng binabasa ko is like something that we really want to read. But since again, I'm telling you that you just need to have some takeaway from this book, okay? Paano ba? Kung ano yung nag-resonate sa inyo, something like that, okay? But I'm pretty sure that this is something matagal na natin ito binabasa. So, marami ka dito matututunan. Okay? Kasi tamad tayong magbasa like in one sitting. But it's me personally, I love to read books. Ewan ko sa inyo Wala kayo. So, kita mo na wala ako. Wait lang. So, yan. So the team boarded the plane, went up to either 1,000 feet, and over the target area, one after the other, they jumped out. Everything went well except for one of the men. His parachute never opened and he fell straight to his death on the desert below. So ano ko rin, one of the bucket list ko nito, parachute, skydiving and all. So, aray ko guys, yung braces ko, wait lang. So, ayan. So, G was part of the investigating team sent to determine why the chute didn't open. The dead soldier was the one who had been given the left-handed release latch. The uniform on the right side of his chest, where the ripcord for a regular parachute had been completely torn off. Even the flesh of his chest had been gouged out in long gashes by his bloody right hand. So a few inches to the left was the actual ripcord, apparently untouched. There had been nothing wrong with the parachute. The problem had been that, while falling through that awful eternity, the man had been fixated on the idea that to open the chute, he had to find a release in the accustomed place. His fear was so intense that it blinded him to the fact that safety was literally at his fingertips. So, iwasan nyo guys, like kabahan in moments of chaos. Kasi, ewan ko ako, sa sobrang daming nagtitrigger sa akin ng mga bagay-bagay. So, na-master ko na yung calmness. But, don't exceed that point, kasi lahat tayo may pise. And, nauubo siya, yung patience. So, do not maximize or do not reach that line na lang. So, for everyone's safety. So, in a threatening situation, it is natural to mobilize psychic energy, draw it inward, and use it as a defense against the threat. But this innate reaction more often than not compromises the ability to cope. It exacerbates the experience of inner turmoil, reduces the flexibility of response, and perhaps worse than anything else, it isolates a person from the rest of the world, leaving him alone with his frustrations. On the other hand, if one continues to stay in touch with what is going on, new possibilities. Kalma, kalma. Busy ang katawang lupa ko, guys. Nakakaloka. So, my mind is wandering all over the universe, but my body is, I don't know. New possibilities are likely to emerge, which in turn might suggest new responses, and one is less likely to be entirely cut off from the stream of life. So, we have a third subtopic, ganun. Something like that. Basta, if you are following my reading, you'll know. So, the discovery of new solutions. So, there are basically two ways to cope with a situation that creates psychic entropy. One is to focus attention on the obstacles to achieving one's goals and then to move them out of the way, thereby restoring harmony in consciousness. This is the direct approach. The other is to focus on the entire situation, including oneself, to discover whether alternative goals may not be more appropriate and thus different solutions possible. So let us suppose, for instance, that Phil, who is due to promoted to a vice presidency within his company, sees that the appointment might go instead to a colleague who gets along better with the CEO. At this point, he has two basic options: to find ways to change the CEO's mind about who is the better person for the job, or to consider another set of goals like moving to another division of the company, changing careers altogether, or scaling down his career objectives and investing his energies in the family and community, or his own self-development. So neither solution is better in an absolute sense. What matters is whether it makes sense in terms of Phil's overall goals and whether it allows him to maximize enjoyment in his life. Whatever solutions he adopts, if Phil takes himself, his needs, and his desires too seriously, he is going to be in trouble as soon as things do not go his way. He will not have disposable attention available to seek our realistic options, and instead of finding enjoyable new challenges, he will be surrounded instead of by stressful threats. So yung, what do you call this? Yung position of power, yung grabbing that position of a certain company, ganun. Alam mo yun, yung pyramid shit, yung hierarchy of, position. Basta guys, masabit ang braces ko. Huwag nyo na ako pansinin. Basta yan guys. So, usually your positions has a price to pay. Okay, so, could be money, power, utang na loob, so many of that. Kaya, be very careful. So, meron naman iba, like, one hella lucky strike and they are already in there. So really it depends upon your destiny, ganun, your will, your connections. So sometimes it's like that, but alam nyo naman, if you are really meant to have those things, it will be yours. Kaya relax. Okay, so almost every situation we encounter in life presents possibilities for growth. As we have seen, even terrible disasters like blindness and paraplegia can be turned into conditions for enjoyment and greater complexity. Even the approach of death itself can serve to create harmony and consciousness rather than despair. But these transformations require that the person be prepared to perceive unexpected opportunities. Most of us become rigidly fixed in the ruts carved out by genetic programming and social conditioning that we ignore the options of choosing any other course of action. Living exclusively by genetic and social instructions is fine as long as everything goes well. But the moment biological or social goals are frustrated, which in the long run is inevitable, a person must formulate new goals and create a new flow activity for himself. Yan. Hindi pa tapos, malapit na guys. Or else he will waste his energies in inner turmoil. Okay, so tapos na guys tayo. So okay na, like for today. Hininga lang ako, like I'm so tired guys. Parang ganito na ba? I'm actually enjoying my other extracurricular activities. My other, I don't know if it's not work. But yan. I don't know what will happen next, but I do pray and I do hope that I will be in a better place, better position sa career. All of these are career shit kasi that's where my focus is right now. So pray for me guys, I know that you are watching. So ayan lang naman, wala man tayong masyadong nag-uusapan. Today is a busy day. Yan, sana makapag-stay ako may holiday daw eh, so I think it's sa 8 yan, Immaculate Chuchu. So let's enjoy our weekend. Ako, marami pa akong gagawin, maraming kailangan puntahan, so I'm always busy. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for always praying for me, and I also do hope that I also pray for you guys, like sana all my viewers are are always safe. Like iwas kayo sa mga accidents kasi that's a difficult thing, 'di ba? Alam niyo na may tinatapos pa akong kaso. So ayan, so thank you guys for listening, and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I will see you again soon. So stay lang kayo dito sa akin. Bye guys.